to the other side by walking on water. Sometimes he decided to divide the sea. You don't tell God how to move. You just find out how he's moving, then you align. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. So that's why if you're not a person of the spirit, you'll be trying to walk on water when he wants you to take the boat. You try and take the boat when you should be walking on water. So that's why we must be people of the spirit. The things of the spirit are unpredictable. The Bible says that we are like the wind. So the things of God must be led by the spirit. You must be led by the spirit. When you're led by the spirit, God leads you in the way that you should go. And that's why we constantly know. One thing I learned, I realized that anytime I was led by the spirit, things were working for me. But I wasn't always led by the spirit. Sometimes I'll be carnal. So I only used to pray when there's trouble. So I woke up. So that's why years ago I started to pray in tongues every single day. Why? I want to be led every day. I don't want to make mistakes, then realize them when I pray. No, I want to be working with the spirit every single day. If you are led by the spirit, you don't make mistakes because the Holy Spirit can't make mistakes. You be led. You be in the right place at the right time, doing the right things in the right locations. One day I was thinking about it. I was watching a YouTube video on Paul's ministry, on how he was going from city to city. And from the documentary I was listening to, they were showing how it was important he had to be in that city by that time. Right now, Malta is a Christian country. That was the result of Paul. There are places in Malta that are named after Paul. So God led him there. And I was now thinking, how did he know what city to go to? Like, why did he go from Galatia to Ephesus? Why? How did he know what city to go to? He was led by the Spirit. You know what we just read? The Spirit forbade me to go to Asia. So even the leading from city to city was led. Sometimes he went. If he didn't feel a restriction, it was fine. Then sometimes the Holy Spirit will restrict him. Don't go there. All right. I think YouTube is back now. All right. So sometimes the instructions may be inconvenient. Genesis 12, verse 1, God told Abraham, get thee out of their country. So move from your comfort zone. And God didn't tell him where he was going. To the land I will show you. So God didn't even tell him where he's going. Just go. Go first. When you move, then I will show you. So Hebrews 11:8 says, he went out not knowing where he went. Hebrews 11:8. Let's read it. So Abraham went not knowing where he was going. Hebrews 11:8. Let me quickly read that. Give me a second. I need to send this new X link to everybody on the chat. This is the new link. Give me a sec. Let me just quickly drop it. Please. Oh, the network is going again. Let me continue before this will go off. My network is bad today. Let's continue. To Abraham, God appeared of a Shekinah glory moment. Different to results. Genesis includes Genesis 20. Genesis 22, we read from verse 1. Let's read the translation so that it's easy to read. All right. So I'll read from Genesis 2 from verse 1. Sometime later, God tested Abraham. He said, Abraham, yes, I'm here. Abraham answered. God said, please take your son Isaac, whom I know you dearly love, and go to Moriah. Remember, every test is promotion. God promotes you. So if God asks for something, I tell people, if so any God, son, your only son, whom I know you dearly. This morning, Abraham cut the wood for the burnt offering, loaded it on his donkey, and set out for the distant place God had shown him. He took with him two of his servants and his son Isaac. On the third day, Abraham looked up and saw it in the distance. Stay here with the donkey, Abraham told the young men. Isaac and I will go and worship, then we will return to you. So Abraham took the wood for the burnt offering and placed it on Isaac's back. Abraham carried the knife and the fire, and the two of them walked up the mountain together. Father, Isaac broke the silence. Yes, my son, Abraham replied. We have wood and fire, Isaac said, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering? Abraham answered, my son, God himself will provide the lamb for an offering. So they went on together. When they arrived at the place on Mount Moriah that God had shown him, Abraham built her and stacked the wood on it, tied up Isaac his son Isaac, and laid him on top of the wood on the altar. Then Abraham took them in his hand to plunge it into his son. But the angel of Yahweh called to him from the heaven, saying, Abraham, Abraham, yes, I'm here. And on the bone, he said, for now I know you have taken to me. You did not withhold your son, your beloved son, from me. As Abraham looked up, his eyes fell upon a ram caught by nearby thicket. Abraham took the ram and sacrificed as a burnt offering in Isaac's place. So Abraham named the place Jehovah Jireh. Every this day is said on Yahweh's mountain, there is vision. All right, let me read the results. Yahweh's angel spoke a second time from heaven. I solemnly promise you, by the glory of my own name, decrees Yahweh, because you have obeyed my voice and did not withhold from me your son, your beloved son, I will greatly bless you. I will make sure your seed becomes as the stars of heaven and as the sand of the seashore. Your offspring will take the city gates of the enemy. Because you have obeyed me, the entire world will get through your seed. So Abraham and Isaac returned to the waiting servant. They departed for Bethlehem. Abraham had said, all right. The instruction was costly, the reward the covenant to the right. But he pride blessing. So the blessing I will bless you. Cast your nets, never let that bless you.
No, it's still very